Hi, welcome to video 21. Now we are going to take a closer look at the solar energy that can be harvested from the buildings if we apply solar panels on top of each building or some buildings. How we do that? So if I click on solar energy tab here, and obviously if I click learn more, it's basically when you hover over it's quite obvious. The solar energy analysis assesses the potential of your site to generate electricity from solar panels. The model takes into account local weather conditions and shade from buildings. Please note that this analysis in beta, which means we are working on further improvements and data validation. So let's take a closer look on how we see this. Before you start, it says the solar energy analysis considers the angle of incidence of sun rays, the shading effects of surrounding buildings, and climate data of your site location. So when we have a 3D model, and let's run the analysis and check what we can see here after we run the analysis. So let's run the analysis again. We can run it for different sites, or we can run it for different set of buildings, or we can run it for a custom circle, right? But since our two sites are selected here, we are just checking our two buildings. In the meantime, what we can do, I can come over to proposal 2 and run that very same analysis for that one as well. Hopefully they are yes, they're continuously doing the analysis, and let's see what we are going to receive from this analysis. Maybe I can pause the recording for a second, not to take your time on this. So as you see in the screen, the analysis is finished, and when we click see results, obviously it will take us to another kind of interface, which is pretty similar, but we'll be seeing some results. And now this is a great spot to check our analysis, right? And if we switch back to this one, you see it's giving us some results. And when we run the analysis, after we run the analysis, we'll be having screen as such. So it's basically showing us, let me go back to this one. Okay, so now it's showing us the roofs only. And what it's saying, if you click the custom building surfaces, it will, again, it is showing us the selected surface areas and custom building surfaces 0 to 90 degrees. What is this value? So if you come over to custom building surfaces, it's an option to configure other building surfaces using the surface angle slider. So it's basically 0 to 90 degrees to include all facade surfaces, it says. Let's see what it does when we have it like 50, or when we make it really smaller than this. Okay, so it's basically, oh, I see what it does. It basically takes this as our 0, which is roofs, or 0 to 75 as roofs, and it goes perpendicular to that, which means these like faces, the lateral faces. And if we read the next thing, annual solar energy potential, total solar energy, and average solar energy, estimate energy from solar panels, what we see here is the surface coverage, like how much surface of the surface is going to be covered with the panels. It's typically 50 to 70%, it says, and we can switch this back to the roofs. And panel efficiency is the percentage of solar energy that can be turned into electricity by using solar panels. It's like 15 to 20, and then it's showing us this results. here as well. So it's basically giving us some results, and when we inspect this, you see we put this and then we can see how much energy we are harvesting on the roofs. We can take this back to the custom building surfaces and put it here, and you see we are getting a lot more information, or a lot more like a lot more outputs of this, right? And if we switch back to my proposal one, and I go back to proposal one, and if I run the same thing for the proposal one, let's see the same thing, and we can read all these results here as well. So okay, we have it now. So when I run the analysis, with this configuration already exists. Oh, we run this analysis already. Yes. So now what we see here, maybe we can check the roof surfaces here a bit better when we have the custom surfaces. So I don't know, like let's have this. But the problem is we either have 0 or 90, nothing much in that, or ranging in those angles. We can have it as such, or we can have the roofs. So what this does, it's showing us the information here. We can set the same things as well. And when we click here, when we run this solar energy, what we see, panel placement area, annual electric output is this. And when we click this, what we are going to have as, like this one has promising more electricity harvesting from the roofs. Obviously, surface coverage and panel efficiency is changing these results, but that's how we are actually running this solar panel analysis or solar energy estimations. So thanks for watching this, and stay tuned for the next videos related to how we are going to compare the results that we run with this analysis in Autodesk Forma.